From a minor artillery officer to master of nearly all of continental Europe, one man's ambition plunged the world into over a decade of relentless warfare. His brilliance on the battlefield made him nearly unstoppable, until ambition finally became his undoing. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte and the wars that bear his name.
A like helps the channel grow. Your subscription helps keep history from being forgotten.
From revolution to rise, Napoleon's path to power. Napoleon Bonaparte was born in 1769 on the Mediterranean island of Corsica. He attended French military schools, eventually becoming a skilled artillery officer. The French Revolution, beginning in 1789, dramatically transformed France's political landscape. Revolutionary chaos and warfare created significant opportunities for ambitious military talent. Napoleon gained early recognition through decisive military action against royalist forces in 1793. His growing reputation earned him increasingly significant military commands throughout the 1790s. In 1799, amid ongoing political instability, Napoleon participated in a decisive coup d'état. This coup effectively ended France's revolutionary government, establishing Napoleon as leading consul. Napoleon skillfully consolidated power, implementing significant political and legal reforms. By 1804, Napoleon had crowned himself emperor, dramatically transforming France's political structure.
Early conquests and the making of a general. Napoleon first gained major military fame through his brilliant Italian campaign of 1796. His forces achieved a series of stunning victories against larger Austrian armies. These victories dramatically expanded French territorial control across northern Italy. In 1798, Napoleon led an ambitious military campaign into Egypt. Although achieving early battlefield successes, his fleet suffered a devastating naval defeat at the Nile. Despite this setback, Napoleon's Egyptian campaign further enhanced his public reputation in France. His ambitious scientific and cultural expeditions in Egypt also significantly advanced European Egyptology. Napoleon eventually abandoned his Egyptian campaign, returning to France amid growing political instability. His reputation as a brilliant, decisive military commander continued growing rapidly. These early campaigns established the foundation for Napoleon's rapid political and military rise.
Emperor of the French, Napoleon at his peak. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in a dramatic ceremony. He implemented sweeping legal reforms, creating the influential Napoleonic Code. This legal framework significantly influenced legal systems throughout Europe and beyond. Napoleon dramatically reorganized French administration, education, and economic policy. His ambitious military campaigns rapidly expanded French territorial control across Europe. Napoleon skillfully defeated numerous European coalitions formed to oppose his growing power. By 1810, French influence extended across much of continental Europe. Napoleon placed family members and loyal allies as rulers over conquered territories. His empire represented one of history's most significant and rapid territorial expansions. At his peak, Napoleon appeared virtually unstoppable across the European continent.
Trafalgar and Austerlitz, twin turning points. In 1805, Napoleon faced two dramatically contrasting military outcomes within the same year. At sea, British Admiral Horatio Nelson decisively defeated the French fleet at Trafalgar. This naval defeat permanently ended Napoleon's ambitions of invading Britain directly. Despite this setback, Napoleon achieved a stunning land victory shortly afterward. At the Battle of Austerlitz, Napoleon decisively defeated combined Austrian and Russian forces. This victory is widely regarded as one of history's greatest tactical military achievements.
Austerlitz significantly boosted Napoleon's reputation as an unmatched military strategist. These contrasting battles established a clear pattern throughout the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon dominated European land warfare, while Britain maintained naval superiority. This strategic balance significantly shaped the war's overall direction for years afterward.
The Continental System and war across Europe. Unable to defeat Britain militarily, Napoleon attempted economic warfare instead. He implemented the Continental System, banning European trade with Britain. This policy aimed to economically weaken Britain through widespread trade restriction. However, enforcement proved extremely difficult across Napoleon's vast, diverse territories. Smuggling and economic hardship significantly undermined this ambitious economic strategy. Napoleon's attempts to enforce this policy led to further military conflicts across Europe. In 1808, Napoleon invaded Spain and Portugal, sparking the prolonged Peninsular War. Spanish guerrilla resistance, combined with British military support, significantly drained French resources. This costly conflict became known as Napoleon's Spanish ulcer, steadily weakening his empire. These combined economic and military pressures gradually strained Napoleon's expanding empire.
The disastrous invasion of Russia. In 1812, Napoleon launched an ambitious invasion targeting the Russian Empire. He assembled an enormous multinational army, numbering approximately 600,000 soldiers. Russian forces strategically retreated, avoiding direct confrontation with Napoleon's massive army. This retreat strategy stretched French supply lines dangerously thin across vast Russian territory. Russian forces employed a scorched earth strategy, destroying resources as they retreated. Napoleon's forces eventually captured Moscow, only to find the city largely abandoned and burning. Facing brutal Russian winter conditions, Napoleon was forced into a disastrous retreat. This retreat resulted in catastrophic losses from starvation, freezing temperatures, and constant attacks. Napoleon's once mighty army was decimated, with only a small fraction surviving the campaign. This devastating defeat significantly weakened Napoleon's military strength and political authority.
Exile, return, and the 100 Days. Following the disastrous Russian campaign, European powers formed a renewed coalition against Napoleon. Napoleon suffered a decisive defeat at the Battle of Leipzig in 1813. This significant defeat forced Napoleon's eventual retreat back into French territory. In 1814, coalition forces successfully invaded France, forcing Napoleon's abdication. Napoleon was subsequently exiled to the small Mediterranean island of Elba. Remarkably, Napoleon escaped exile in early 1815, returning triumphantly to France. This dramatic return began a brief period known as the 100 Days. Napoleon quickly reassembled significant military forces, once again challenging European powers. European coalition forces rapidly mobilized in response to this unexpected challenge. This dramatic sequence set the stage for Napoleon's ultimate and final military confrontation.
Waterloo, the final downfall and legacy. In June 1815, Napoleon confronted combined British and Prussian forces near Waterloo, Belgium. British forces, led by the Duke of Wellington, held a strategically strong defensive position. After intense fighting, Prussian reinforcements arrived, decisively turning the battle's momentum. Napoleon suffered a final, decisive defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. This crushing defeat permanently ended Napoleon's remarkable military and political career. Following Waterloo, Napoleon was exiled once again, this time to the remote island of St. Helena. He remained in exile until his death in 1821, ending one of history's most dramatic careers. The Napoleonic Wars significantly reshaped European borders, politics, and military strategy. Napoleon's legal
administrative, and military innovations profoundly influenced future European governance. His remarkable rise and dramatic downfall remain among history's most extraordinary and studied stories.
From Corsican obscurity to command of nearly all of Europe, and finally to defeat at Waterloo, Napoleon's story remains one of history's most extraordinary tales of ambition, brilliance, and downfall. His legal and political reforms still influence the modern world today. If you enjoyed this journey through the Napoleonic Wars, subscribe for more epic historical conflicts, and let us know in the comments which era we should explore next.